we're alive. Let's wait for more people to get in here before we get started. Well, I'm probably going to put this on private anyway, so it doesn't really matter how many people are in here, but let's wait a second. Let's get some people in here. Good morning. Engage with your audience. Oh, I can type in the chat. Let's type into my own chat, which is nice because y'all be asking me for stuff. And when I'm on my phone, I can't type in the chat. Well, advanced 12 is good morning. Good morning. I'm typing something. I'm about to get started. I just am typing something. J688. We're going to put that in the chat and we're going to pin this. Yes, I like this. Pin. Okay. Good morning. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And sorry, guys, I was sick all day. I'm still sick, but I'm like, I'm not going to lay in bed. I'm going to get up and do some shit. I worked out today. I did a little sweat out, which y'all can see. It'll be uploaded tomorrow. But if you caught the live, I did a little sweat workout. But we're about to get started because I have a lot of stuff to do. And they don't close at 8:30 today because it's holiday hours. I think I have some sort of infection. A sinus infection because it's my throat is itchy. I'm coughy. My nose is stuffed. I keep having to blow my nose. So I don't know, but I've been sick. I was sick all day yesterday, and I'm hot. Like I keep being hot. So I have some sort of infection, but and my voice is like, you can tell my voice is gone. So. Do you have access to Teledoc? I don't know what that is. But I want to get started. So let me show my screen. Just me while I turn this on with the lights on because it turns me on. Also share system audio. Yes. So today we're going to be talking about Robin Williams. We're going to talk about a couple people, but I'm going to talk about Robin Williams. And I want to talk about how he was struggling with depression and anxiety. And this is all theory and speculation. There is no facts behind it. This is just from certain things. Everybody wonders how Robin Williams was a comedian and was struggling with depression and anxiety. If you guys watched any of my other videos and I talk about the Illuminati and different secret organizations and stuff, this is, in my opinion, why he was depressed, because he knew a lot of things and he had to do a lot of things for his fame and his success. When you know certain things, that creates depression. And I think it's ironic that he was diagnosed with dementia. When they diagnose you with dementia, it's because they want you to forget certain things. Or if you come out and you speak on certain things, they can say, oh, he has dementia. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I think that that's also why he was also diagnosed with dementia, and that's actually how he passed away. And then it's funny because one of these pages I pulled up, his son was speaking how he dealt with depression throughout his life, but it went away and then it came back right before he passed away. Because I have a theory that they know when their time is coming to an end. And I'm assuming that that would be why he was so depressed right before he passed away, because he knew his time was coming to an end. And this is all allegedly and it's speculation, but when you allegedly make a deal with the devil, you know when your time is coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know when you have to pay that debt, which is your soul. Um, so let's read this. It says Robin Williams struggled with depression and anxiety, which were complicated by his long history of substance abuse and his later diagnosis of Lewy body dementia. And I wanna, if you see a lot of majority of the time when these celebrities have substance abuse, it's because they're dealing with all the shit that they know and the different things that they have to go through. So they use the substances to try to cope. And a lot of the times, the industry will try to get you on substances so that if anything happens, they can say, oh, look, he has a drug problem. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why a lot of these like industry people, when you start hanging out with them and they like pretend that they're your friends and they start having you do drugs, that's what happened to DMX. Um, um, he got strung out on ecstasy and it was done on purpose. um, they get you on drugs and stuff so that one, they can say that you're not like, you're not in your right mind or whatever. Um, so yeah. And then another thing I want to pull up is, you know how I've made different videos and I talk about how like one of the humiliation rituals is you have to do um, boy on boy things. I was trying to think of what word to really use. And every comedian that you can think of has done a movie dressed up as a woman. And this was in his early years. Mrs. Doubtfire came out in 93. So this was still in his early career. This is how you level up when you put that dress on. Um, it's not a coincidence, guys. And then I'm trying to look and see. Oh, yeah, it came out in 93. Um, it, and this is exactly what I'd be telling you. Look at how well the movie did. Mrs. Doubtfire was released in the United States November 24th, 1993. It grossed 441 million, 441.3 million dollars on a 25 million budget, making it the second grossest film in 1993 behind Jurassic Park. Mrs. Doubtfire was a good movie, but it's not about the movie. It was about the dress. Okay, so let's talk about this. It says Robin Williams was not diagnosed with a specific time for depression, but his son Zach Williams confirmed he had a history of depression that had not been active for about 6 years before it returned in the months before his death. Why do you think the depression came months before his death? I'm assuming that he knew his time was coming. Um, and then he was later diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, which, if you know what dementia does, it attacks your brain, it attacks your memories. You can't speak out against a company or executives or the industry if you have dementia, because then they're looking at you like you're not in your right mind. Um, Williams had a prior history of depression, but it had been dormant for 6 years before it came back active shortly before his death. It says an autopsy revealed he had Lewy body dementia, a neurological disease that caused him significant suffering, which was a major factor in his passing. You can look at the one guy What's the one guy? Bruce? Is it Bruce Williams? Bruce Williams is battling dementia as well. It's because they don't want you to be able to speak out of the things that were done to you, allegedly. And then even look at this. And this is what I think is so funny. His It says he became popular in 1978 when he landed the role of the alien Mork in the sitcom Mork and Mindy. Guys, they put it in our face. They put it in our faces. And then look at this picture. Humiliation ritual, allegedly. But let's talk about what the alien the Mork was about. The alien monk, Robin Williams, is the likely a creative way to refer to the character Mork from the Orc on the popular sitcom Mork and Mindy. I've never seen the show. The shit came out in the 70s. Obviously, I wasn't born yet. But this is what it was about. Mork, an alien from planet Orc, was sent to Earth because humor was not permitted on his home planet. He was tasked with observing human behavior and reporting his findings to the unseen superior, Orson. I'm starting to believe that aliens really exist. Like, in my opinion, a lot of these movies and TV shows be telling us what really be going on. I really do believe that. I really do. Like, I'm starting to feel like the truth is more crazy than the lies that they tell us. Like, so that's just a sidebar on that. I do have Venmo. A lot of people are suffering silent depression. Yes, Venmo. Hold on. What is my Venmo? Hold on. And we're about to talk about Charlie Clark too. I have Venmo. What is my Venmo? My Venmo is, hold on, I'm about to type it in. Nola. Um, it's a movie called The Live Star Roddy Piper and his aliens living amongst us. And before he died, he said that it's a movie called The Live Starred Rowdy Piper that depicted aliens living amongst us. And before he died, he said the something, the movie is a documentary. And I think that, um, I really think, in my opinion, that the government has a deal with the aliens because think of the movie Jimmy Neutron. That movie was about the aliens came and visited Earth and stole all the parents because they were eating the people. I really think that, and then that's what makes me think, is that what they do with the aborted babies? Because I just try to figure out why the government is so trying to like stop abortions. Are they feeding the aborted babies to the aliens? And that's just like me just trying to figure it out. But I do believe that the government has a some sort of treaty um, with the aliens, um, to where they won't come and like wipe us out or whatever. And all these secret cities that they say are underground, I'm sure that there are things that we don't, know about. Um, it's a good eye opener movie. You should check it out. I will. I will definitely check it out. Like a lot of the movies really be telling. I'm People just be thinking like that shit is made up, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I just be feeling like some of that shit is true. I feel like they put it in our faces. And before he passed away, he said that the movie was true. Interesting. So the next person that I want to talk about is Charlie Kirk. And I want to go to Charlie Kirk's Twitter page. So just give me 1 second if I can find it. Charlie Kirk. If y'all don't know who he is, we gonna pull him up. Okay. Now Charlie Kirk is an example of a martyr, sorry. And this is all allegedly. But what they will do, just like Martin Luther King, just like a lot of other people, they will assassinate you and then they'll use your story basically to make money and push like a narrative out there. So I just want to go and just like look at some of his tweets. I'm trying to find like certain things that he stood for. And what's so crazy is they were trying to say like he has crazy, outlandish views. He was people to basically, hold on, let me see if I can see any of his tweets from when he was still alive. He talked about God a lot. I'm trying to find some of his takes and stuff that he believed in. Just gonna work with me 1 second. He went live a lot, and I really don't want to review none of his videos because I want to keep this monetized. I'm about to see if I can Google some of his beliefs and stuff that he stood for. Beliefs. What were the beliefs of Charlie Kirk? He espionage a variety of conservative stances, including opposition to abortion, gun control, DEI programs, and LGBTQ rights. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can see more details about what he believed in. All right, hold on, guys. I'm about to share screen. I mean, look at Jordan Peele movies, Us, with the underground lookalikes. Yes, a lot of Jordan Peele's movies, just Us, and then what's that movie, Get Out? Like a lot of those movies have very hidden messages of what's going on. There's a lot of stuff that goes on undercover. And if you're not awoken, you'll miss it. But we're about to talk about Charlie Kirk. So let's share the screen. Sorry, y'all. I'm sick. And the sound, even though I'm not sharing it. Okay. These are just some of his views, and I believe Kirk's political views. Here's what you need to know about the conservative activist. Commanded significant influence, and Kirk was shot and killed earlier in September. temper while speaking on stage at an event in or on social media and future of the world. He had